For such a long time, I've wanted to streamline the process of making content so that I can make it as easy and frictionless as humanly possible. And it's been a long journey of building out systems, trying something new, iterating because something didn't work. I've tried N8N, I've tried Notion, I've tried Airtable, I've tried some Google Sheets, and now I've really come to a really good system that I've wanted to show you guys for a long time. And you probably know the feeling of making content is a long manual process with kind of different steps in the process that you can partly automate, or you can implement some AI in ideating or scripting your content and so on. But I've really not seen a way like this to automate kind of 99% of the process. So of course I still have to record manually like right now, but I've come to a system that it is as automated as it gets. And I think it's really, really cool to have this. And to be honest, it's been also kind of a coping mechanism, because the hard thing, to be honest, is recording, but you can't automate that part. So what I did is I automated everything else so that I can just focus on recording like I'm doing now, and then everything else is fully. So in this video, I want to kind of take you through the systems that I've built for myself and the stuff that works for me. And then you can think like, would this work for you? Can you see yourself automating some of these parts as I did? Because I just did what kind of worked for me, and then that's taken out all the friction and making this process so easy that there's literally no excuses to not make content. Yeah, I want to kind of just take you through everything that I built and show you how it all works. So this is how I automated my full content pipeline. And this is kind of what works for me right now. I'll continue to improve the whole process more and more and iterate along the way, because there are definitely still some things that I want to improve. But I think this is what 99% of people doing content do not have. And since I'm such a systems and automations freak, like, I love automating stuff for the sake of it, and I think it's really, really fun to build out. So that's why I did this for my content, and I find that there's a lot of friction in my content production process for myself personally. So I wanted to take all that friction out of the process and make it as easy as possible. And this workflow really helped me doing that. So I've mapped out the process here, and I want to kind of take you through the whole process of my own content making, at least. Then you can maybe get an idea of where you can implement AI and where you can automate your process, either partially or fully. So the first step is research. And for research, you want to research your competitors, your niche, and your ICP. What do they like to watch, and what is working for your competitors? And of course, you can do this manually, but I actually automate the whole thing by automatically scraping and analyzing competitor content, top performing content, I must say, title, views, thumbnail, engagement, everything on YouTube and on Instagram. Then this N8N workflow contains several AI agents. So one for niche, and one for broad niche, and one for niche insights, comments analysis, and competitor analysis. And they generate a report together, which they save in my Notion workspace, and I get a notification every Sunday when this is ready. So that was the research. I like doing automatic research because I like to always be up to date on what is working for my competitors and what should I be focusing on right now, especially since I'm in the AI niche, which is moving, as you probably know, incredibly fast at the moment. So I need to be up to date at all times. The next phase of my content production is ideas. So after I've done my research, I need to generate ideas, and this is partially automated or with AI, and this is partially my own creativity and my own thoughts and ideas that I write down on a daily basis to capture all the good ideas that I get. Because there is still some parts of the brain that will never be like switched out by AI, because your own creativity, I think if you want to create a personal brand, and all the big ones are saying this as well, like you need to follow your inspiration and also keep being creative with your content. So I like to make a mix of these two. So I have my own ideas and I have my research conclusions. So I feed AI, more specifically Claude Code. I feed Claude Code this research conclusions, the report for the week, and then my own ideas, I give them manually my own ideas, and then I have a Claude Code content skill. So it will help me generate ideas like this in the terminal where I run Claude Code. And this is the most efficient way for me to generate ideas on a daily and weekly basis for my content. The next phase is scripting. And I must say, like for all of this, I have a Notion system that I'll show in another video, where I have all the stages here from idea, approved, packaging, scripting, recording, editing to review, scheduled, and posted. And most of it is automatic, but I'll run you through that. So for scripting, Claude Code has a scripting skill that I made tailored to me and my business. And then I'll confirm all the ideas when I trigger the skill. So I'll say Claude Code, use your scripting skill. Confirm all the ideas that I want to script out from my Notion. So I'll reach into my Notion and see, okay, what ideas are worth scripting out, and it'll help me confirm all these ideas based on the research report I fed it earlier. And then it'll script ideas or script out all the content from my ideas in my tone of voice. And it'll also ask me, okay, which content pieces do you want to film off of your head, like just like this one where I'm talking freely without a script, and which ones do you want to fully script. So if it's ads, if it's a YouTube intro, or if it's a head talk reel, I usually want to script them. And then what happens is when we script it out, it automatically puts all the scripts inside my Notion. So it'll find the pages in the database and it'll put the script inside there, so I have it ready to record. Then recording is manual, of course. I use the iPhone to record video. I use mic and some lighting, and I use OBS, a very streamlined setup that I copied from This Is George. I didn't buy his OCS system, one-click system, but I did try to copy it as best as I could with the iPad here, as you're already seeing on the screen, and with my face and the lighting and everything, scenes and sources. So I tried to do my best to copy it, and I think it turned out pretty good. And OBS is such a frictionless way to record, because I literally just press record on my Stream Deck down here, and I can shift my scenes from full to iPad very easily, and it's just a very, very frictionless way for me to record. And so editing is the next step. So when I recorded this video, I'll put it in a raw videos folder, inside which is, so I have the raw video folder, and inside here is long form and short form. So actually short raw and long form also raw. So I have these two folders, and if I record this video, for example, I'll put it in long raw. I'll just push a button down here on my Stream Deck, and it'll say edit next YouTube video, or edit all YouTube videos in this folder, and it'll automatically edit the full video, clip it up for me, have it transcribed by 11 Labs, and make B-roll with AI. So I push the button. So I literally just push a button down here on my Stream Deck. I wait 1 minute and it's done. So that might seem pretty simple, but behind the scenes, there's a lot going on here, and I'll try to explain it as simple as I can in this video. So when I push the button, it will trigger a script that will run locally on my computer. So it'll, like practically, it will open up Ghosty, my terminal, and it'll trigger the script inside here, where I can read, okay, what is actually going on. And then it'll transcribe with 11 Labs plus timestamps for every word. Then it will use AI to read transcript and determine what to cut out versus what to keep. And here it'll make a preview video, which is basically a clipped or edited video without B-roll. So it'll cut out silences, pauses, retakes, mistakes, and mispronunciations. And then AI, with the finished or clipped video, not totally finished, but clipped video, AI will plan B-roll cues for when to make B-roll and what kind of B-roll to make to ensure that the point mentioned or the point that I'm speaking about in the video is as clear as possible, or that the B-roll supports the point that I'm trying to make. And then AI will code the B-roll with the remotion. So inside this code base is actually feedback loop where AI first will take this plan of when and what to make B-roll. So, and then AI will code the B-roll with a remotion skill. And remotion is kind of a skill that lets AI translate, okay, what's an idea into actually coding programmatically a B-roll. For example, it could be a symbol or a movement. It's basically just motion graphics programmatically made with code. And then another AI will review the B-roll made with remotion, so the B-roll remotion code. And if it's bad, if it not satisfies this other AI agent that is prompted to be very critical and to be like aware of, does this actually look good? And also, does this support the point that we're trying to make in the video? And if it's not good, if it's bad, then it'll tell the other AI to do it again. It'll review and it'll loop this a few times until this one down here is satisfied. And when it's satisfied, when the AI is satisfied with the B-roll and the B-roll is good, then the script that I coded here will apply the finished B-rolls to the preview video that is clipped together. So it'll apply all the B-roll clips in the right places or in the right timestamps on the video with the audio track running continuously down below. And then subtitles will be coded onto the full video, so I have subtitles through the whole video. And then the final video will be put in its own folder in my content. So I have my content folder, and then I have short form and long form folders here. And down here, it'll make a video folder. So edited finished video will be put here in the folder. Finished video folder. And it'll put the .mp4 here. If it's short form, of course. So it'll automatically also arrange my folder structure so that the raw video that was in this folder up here gets moved, gets through the editing pipeline, and then automatically moved the short and the preview and the final B-roll video down here to this folder. And so the next thing is scheduling. Now we have a finished, edited, clipped, and with B-roll video, with audio, with subtitles. And I'll just have to manually review the final video, see, okay, am I satisfied? And then I'll trigger a Claude Code skill. I'll say Claude Code, schedule these 5 videos that I reviewed. They are ready to post. And then it will upload the final video to Google Drive. It'll create a new folder in my content short form Google Drive folder, and then it'll put the video link, the Google Drive link to that video in a new Notion page in my content pipeline, which you saw over here. Where is it? There. So it'll make a new page in here if it's not already a page inside here. And then it will put the status as scheduled. So it'll be right here in scheduled. And then it will select all the platforms. That means it'll put long form or short form. If it's short form, it'll post on YouTube Shorts and also Instagram Reels. And if it's long form, only YouTube. And so, yeah, it will set the platforms it'll set an upload date as well. So here I put 16th of April and status scheduled and the Google Drive link. So then the auto poster over here can post it automatically. So auto poster checks my Notion database for ready content 2 times a day. If upload date is today and status is scheduled and it has a Google Drive link, then it'll post it to both Instagram and YouTube if it's short form. And this is the end flow I use to automatically post everything. And so if it's a long form video, after editing the video and reviewing it, so here I will review video, then I'll automatically create title and thumbnail. So this way, the way I'll do this is AI reads the final transcript of the finished video. It'll then use competitor research from earlier to see top performing videos, top performing thumbnails and titles, what works in my niche. And then it'll also generate 5 good titles for this video so I can split test and manually select which title I think is best for the video. And then it'll give me a prompt to generate the thumbnail with 1 of 10, which is a really great platform for generating thumbnails. I might actually automate this, so I'll do it locally myself, or I'll have a workflow like doing this for me myself, so I don't have to use 1 of 10 or subscribe to that. But for now, I use 1 of 10. And then I'll post it manually if it's a long form video. What then happens is after posting either manually if it's long form YouTube or short form on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, then the tracking will happen fully automatically. So every day it'll pull all the content daily from my Instagram and my YouTube via API, and then all the metrics, title, thumbnail, engagement rates will be saved in a Notion database. Or I'm actually also pivoting right now to using Supabase, but for now I've used Notion, but I think as I'm creating my CEO dashboard that I'll show in another video, I'll probably pivot to using Supabase here. But everything shows in one centralized dashboard. So here I have all my metrics for all my content. Here you can see views, reach, likes, comments, and all my content, of course, in one view. So this is all my views on my videos. And then I'll have my CEO dashboard here, where I have all the most important metrics. I have all my videos with the transcript inside and with the performance on each post here. And also thumbnails. I think this is pretty cool. And Instagram, same thing. All the most important metrics up here in the dashboard and all my videos transcribed with all the metrics. So that's how I run my content pipeline. As for right now, I'll keep optimizing this and automating more and more and more and seeing if I can better this even more. But for now, I think it runs pretty smoothly, at least for short form content that runs almost fully automatic. Like I literally just record and everything else happens automatically. For long form, there is still some more that could be automated. For example, thumbnail generation and automatic posting with the right title and the right thumbnail. But I will update you on that in another video when I made that. But for now, I just wanted to show you what actually works for me and how I automated most of my content process. So if you want to automate and implement AI into your content process, either automated partially or fully automated, I would recommend subscribing to my channel here, because I'm going to make a lot more content on how I make content and how I automated everything. I'll make a full video on how I made the editing pipeline or the editing workflow that automatically edits all my videos, both short and long form. And there's also a link in the description where you can book a call directly with me to see how you could potentially automate your content process.